I never imagined a single text message could rip my world apart, but that's exactly how it started. I'm Daniel, and I've been married to Rachel for 5 years. From the outside, we looked like a dream couple. Our friends admired us, our families bragged about us, even strangers commented on how connected we seemed. But looks can fool anyone. Behind the smiles, behind the cute messages, something darker was hiding. Secrets I wasn't ready for. Secrets that would knock the ground out from under me. It all began on a Friday night. I'd gone all out planning a surprise. Tickets to a show she'd mentioned months ago, and a quiet dinner afterward. I left work early, excited, picturing her reaction. Just as I pulled into the parking lot, my phone buzzed. It was Rachel. Her message was short, almost careless. Stuck at the office party. Sleeping at a colleague's tonight. Don't wait up. A chill ran right through me. At first, I tried to brush it off. Office parties run late, rides disappear. Maybe she was with a coworker she trusted. But something about her tone, that cold, casual dismissal, set off an alarm. And honestly, those alarms had been ringing for weeks. Longer hours. Whispered phone calls. Random new outfits. Last-minute plans she never explained. I wanted to believe her. I wanted our marriage to be the one thing untouched by doubt. But deep down, my instincts refused to stay quiet. By the time I reached the office building she mentioned, I already knew something was off. I waited in the shadows, watching as people trickled out. And then I saw him, Jason. The coworker she always mentioned casually. He walked out with her, and the closeness between them told me everything I'd been trying not to see. She hadn't stayed for a party. She hadn't gotten stuck. She was with him. I didn't rush out or create a scene. I stayed hidden, studying myself, taking mental notes. Anger can blur the truth, and I needed clarity. What I did next wasn't fueled by rage, it was strategy. She had made her choices. Now I had to make mine. I watched them leave together, her laughing, his arm casually around her, completely unaware that their secret wasn't a secret anymore. By the end of the night, my mind was made up. This wasn't about instant revenge. This was about precision. She had crossed a line, and the consequences would be calm, calculated, and permanent. No yelling. No begging. No chaos. Just truth. The next morning, I sat outside our apartment, replaying everything. My hands were steady on the wheel, but inside I was dissecting every sign I'd ignored. I didn't want drama. I wanted finality. She had underestimated me, underestimated the weight of her decisions. And that would shape everything that came next. Step 1. Gather proof. Her texts, his call history, their shared GPS locations, all organized, undeniable. Every lie neatly documented. By noon, I had compiled a full folder of evidence, ready to show the people who needed to know the truth. Her parents, our closest friends, anyone who trusted her words. Not to humiliate her, but to make sure reality was acknowledged. When Rachel finally came home, she walked in expecting normal. I didn't smile. I didn't greet her. I just placed my phone on the counter, the evidence glowing back at her. Her eyes widened. Panic pushed through her face. She opened her mouth, but nothing came out. I didn't have to speak. The silence said it all. Months of deception laid bare. Later, I confronted Jason. No shouting. No threats. Just one sharp, deliberate conversation that shut down any arrogance he had. He realized instantly that I wasn't someone he could fool or disrespect without consequences. It wasn't about violence, it was about principle. Betrayal always costs something. By the time I walked away, both of them understood exactly what they'd done, and exactly what it would cost them. I had taken back control of my own life. That night, I prepared the next step. Legal closure. Divorce papers filed and delivered with precision. This wasn't revenge. It was self-protection. Her chaos wasn't going to drag me down anymore. Leaving her on read, disappearing, wasn't cruelty. It was a boundary, a barrier between me and the damage she created. By nightfall, my bags were packed. I wasn't taking anything that tied me to a life built on lies. No dramatic exit. No final speech. Just a clean, deliberate break. She would eventually realize what she destroyed, but by then, I'd already be gone. Driving away felt surreal. The city lights blurred past me as the memories faded behind me. Her laugh, our plans, the future I thought we had, it all dissolved with each mile. The weight of betrayal slowly lifted, replaced with something unexpected: freedom. She chose deceit. I chose myself. Over the next few days, I vanished completely. No posts. No messages. No updates. The silence wasn't revenge, it was recovery. A chance to breathe without being suffocated by her lies. Staying off the radar was the only way to heal. At the same time, I finalized the divorce. Every signature was another step toward reclaiming my life. She had made her choices. Now she had to live with them. Weeks turned into months. I rebuilt my routines, focused on work, leaned on friends who reminded me that the world was bigger than her betrayal. Thoughts of Rachel and Jason eventually faded into distant memories, reminders, not wounds. Sometimes I imagined her finally understanding the magnitude of what she'd done, the trust she shattered, the life she threw away, the man she thought would never walk away. She thought her secret was safe. She thought there'd be no consequences. She was wrong. As peace slowly returned, I realized something important. Betrayal can break you, but it can also sharpen you. Leaving wasn't weakness, it was self-respect. A refusal to let someone else's choices define me. Standing alone in a quiet park months later, everything became clear. Trust is precious. Deceit has a price. And choosing yourself, choosing freedom, is the real victory. Rachel and her decisions no longer had power over me. In walking away, I reclaimed my life, my dignity, and myself. The message was simple. Trust is sacred. Lies always come with consequences. And freedom is the reward for choosing yourself when someone else refuses to.